Hello everyone and welcome to FreeCAD tutorials. In this tutorial we explain how to create a tech draw of a 3D part. Namely, over here you can see the 3D part and you can see it also over here. The tech draw is shown over here. Namely, you can see all the three projections, top, left and right, and you can see all the dimensions. In this video tutorial, we explain how to create this tech draw as well as how to enter all the dimensions. Okay, let's start with modeling. Once you open FreeCAD, click on File, then click on New, and then click on Part Design and click on Create Body. And let's create our body. To do that, first of all, locate this menu, create sketch, select, let's say, XY plane, that is this plane, and click OK. Now we can create our base. To create the base, click here, then click on centered rectangle, click here, and then draw an arbitrary rectangle. Here it is. Then do the right click. Next, let's constrain the dimensions of this rectangle. To do that, find this icon or expand any of these options over here, such that you see this icon, click here, and click on constrain horizontal distance, click here and enter 100, then repeat this, click here and click on constrain vertical distance, click here and enter 60. And that's it. And then let's do the right click. Next, let's extrude this object, but before we do that, let's add a hole. To add a hole, click on this circle and click on create circle by center. Locate the circle over here and then just draw a circle. Then do the right click and then let's constrain the distances. To do that, we simply need to click here, then click here, and then let's do, for example, 30. And then let's constrain the position of this object. To do that, we need to do the following. Click here and click on constrain horizontal distance, then click on this point and then press and hold Control and click on this point, and then let's specify the distance to be, for example, 25. And that's it. Okay, now do the right click, click on close, and we can now extrude. To extrude, simply click on sketch, then click over here on this pad, and this will extrude everything, and let's extrude for 15. Good. Now, let's create the top part. To create the top part, make sure that body is selected, then click over here on Create Sketch, and then let's select XY plane and click on OK, and then click on Close. Next, we are going to assign the sketch to this top surface. To do that, we will simply select this top surface, and then we will click here, and we will click on Attach Sketch, and from the drop-down menu, we will click on Sketch 001 and click OK, click OK. Now, if you double-click here, you're inside of this sketch. So let's create the top part. To do that, first of all, locate this option called Create External Geometry. Click on this corner over here and on this corner over here. And then you can click on this line, and this line. This will enable us to use external points and edges inside of the sketch and do the right click. Next, let's create a rectangle. Click here, here, and then let's create a simple rectangle. Here it is. Let's now constrain the distances. You can simply click here, dimensions, click here, and let's constrain this to be 30. And now this is fully constrained, and do the right click. Next, let's click on close. Make sure the sketch is selected and extrude this, for example, for, let's say, 40. And here it is. And finally, let's add the hole over here. To do that, again, click on body, then click on here, create a sketch, select any plane, close the sketch, then over here we will create a hole. Double click on the sketch. Oh, actually, we didn't do one very important thing. Over here, click here, then click on this thing and attach sketch. From this list, attach sketch 002, click on OK and OK. And now if you double click here, you're in over here. Now let's simply, again, use this tool, create external geometry, click here. Let's say click here. You can also click here as well as here, 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 and here. Do the right click and let's create a circle. Simply click here and place the circle on this line. And let's constrain the radius by simply typing 30. And that's it. Do the right click, and now we just need to constrain the horizontal distance. To do that, we simply need to again click here, constrain horizontal distance, click on this point, and let's specify this to be 30, and that's it. However, we still are lacking 1 degree of freedom since we need to constrain the vertical distance. To do that, simply click here, constrain vertical distance, click on this point, click over here, and then expand this to be 25. And that's it. Now, this circle might be too wide. Let's now do the right click, double click here, and let's specify, for example, 15. And that's it. Now let's close the sketch, and now let's click over here. And you can see that immediately the circle is clicked, and let's create a hole. And here it is. Let's expand this hole to be, for example, 15 or 16. And then let's now expand the depth of this hole such that it completely runs through our part. And then if we rotate, we can see it runs through the part. Okay, good. Let's click on OK, and that's it. Now we are ready to create a the TechDraw. First of all, make sure that the object is nicely positioned. You can do it simply by clicking over here, or you can click on View, and you can click on View Orthographic View. Next, locate this menu over here, expand it, and click on TechDraw. Here, it's very important to locate this group of buttons or icons. If you don't see it, you can simply manipulate or change position of these other buttons to see this. And over here, you need to click on this option. This option will insert page using a template. So let's click here, and you will see all the templates. Usually, I like to use ISO templates. And in this case, I will select A3 Landscape. And let's click on Open, and let's click here. And here's the template. As you can see, this is the A3 paper. You can see title, document type, drawing number, created by, etc. And later on, you can fill it in. For the time being, for us, the most important thing is to learn how to insert views. There are several ways to do that. Here, note one very important thing. If you click on body, you'll be back to the 3D view of the body, and if you click on page, you'll be back to the page view. So let's click on the body and make sure that the body is activated, and make sure that you're in TechDraw. Then over here, find this option, Insert View. And if you click here, look what will happen. You will automatically go to your page, and you will see the view from certain side. That is, this is basically probably from the left side view. Now, here you can zoom in or zoom out, and you can move this view by clicking over here. Let's place the view here, and then let's click here, and magic happens. You can see that you get the top view, you get the front view, and then if you click here, you also get the left view. Really nice. So you get the 3 views. My suggestion over here that is to immediately change the spacing between views, since you will need that for arrows. So let's go with 30 here, and let's go with 30 here. And let's see what will happen. If you click on apply, you see that the things are being changed. Good. Now, if you click here, you will also get the 3D view. So this is one of the options to enter the 3D view, or I will teach you later on how to do it manually. For the time being, let's keep it as it is, okay? And then let's click on apply, and let's click on OK. And now over here, we can see all 3 views. And note one very important thing. If I start to move any of these views, you can see that everything is being moved. This is really, really nice. Let's now analyze what changed here. You can see the page, you can see the template, you can see now the projection group. That is, everything what we created now is the single projection group. And then the next step is to start modifying everything. Let's get rid of these front left top and front top left text. To do that, simply click here on front, and you can see everything over here. So label, let's just click on the label and just erase the label. And let's repeat this for the top view. You can see how things change here for the left view. Let's erase everything and the front top left view. And here it is. Now we have eliminated the title. Those of you who are experienced with creating tech draws, you can immediately see problems over here. Namely, you can see the hole or the circle over here. However, you don't see the circle on this projection. So let's learn how to fix that. Well, to fix that, you need to go to these XLR parameters. So make sure that this view is selected, and over here, make sure that you change hard hidden to be true. And also do this and do this. You can later on play with these options. Usually I like to set all these things to be true, and now you need to refresh this view such that everything will become visible. To refresh, simply click here and you can see the holes over here. You can do the same thing over here, namely if you click here, you can also change this to be true, true, true. Let's do everything true, true, and true. And now if you refresh everything, you'll see that everything is being changed, as you can see over here. Good. Let's proceed further. To make this drawing to be nicer, let's add a 3D view of our body over here. To do that, simply go to the body, adjust this view such that it becomes visible, so somehow like this, and then find this option. Insert active view, and if you click here and if you go back here, make sure the task is still open. If you click on page and if you click here, you can click OK and the part will be added over here. Now you can see that the part is being cropped. This is what we don't want to see, so you can just erase this, just go to body, just move it a little bit over here, make it like this, then do this, click on OK, and let's see now what happens with the active view. Here it is, and you can place it somewhere here, and that's it. And then of course you can change the title of active view by erasing it. Then let's start adding the dimensions. To add the dimensions, expand this group of buttons, and you can either click here and you can start adding things. So click on this point to add the horizontal distance. Then you can do it here and here. You'll have this vertical distance, and you can start adding the dimensions on all three projections. To add the radius of this circle, you can do it like this. To add the dimensions from here to here, you can do this, etc. So you can model everything and enter all the dimensions. So let's enter this dimension over here. Let's do the right click. Now, the issue over here is that we don't have centers of these circles such that we can properly position these circles. This is not a big deal. To add the centers, simply click on this options and selection is empty. This is because you didn't select the circle. Click on this circle and click here, and then you will see the lines for the circle. If you click here, and again if you do it, add circle centers. Of course, over here you have other options. You can have this add cosmetic thread hole side view. You also have center lines and all sorts of things. So to add the center line, you can, for example, do this or select here, and then you can add the center line and play with the other options. In this video tutorial, I will not explain further. I will just show you how to add the dimensions of this center. Simply click here, and then you can click on this point over here, and here's the radius, or you can actually click on this line, then let's do this, click on this point, and then you can click on this, press Control, hold Control, and then you can add the distance from here to here, and then you can also do the same thing for the horizontal or vertical distance. Click here, or let me do again. So make sure to select this point, then press and hold Control, select this line, then click here, and this will give you this vertical distance. And that's it. Simple as that. And finally, let's learn how to export this. There are several options over here. You can simply click here if you want to export as an SVG file, and then we'll simply call it as drawing 1, and then let's press enter, and then later on let's see how it looks. And once I open my .svg file, you can see it over here. Looks really, really nice. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like the videos I'm creating, please press the like and subscribe buttons, and see you in the next video tutorial.